my balls keep telling me to let me, just let me.
Listen, bitches. There's a big war going on right now, as you can see. And let me tell you something. You've come to the right place. But be warned. Be very warned. There's a lot of things I'm about to say, and my partner Dead on Dave, that are going to piss you off, no matter what side you're on. Because right now, we're Switzerland, baby. You're getting a neutral take. Ready? So stop crying. Don't be a snowflake. Here we go.
Thoughts keep telling me to get me
What
home.
the fuck? I got the new thing on. Forget it. Start over. That pissed me off. I'm gonna give some cold, hard shit to Keemstar, and I'm gonna give some cold, hard shit to H3H3. Keem, you didn't just ask for this. You begged for it. Whether it's right or wrong, or whether he broke the seal and going against sponsors, that all may be true. But you have fucked with this guy, and not just legitimate criticism. I'm talking fucking with this guy. For so long, he swung at you hard. Hard. You know what? He's doing exactly what you're doing. He's trying to win. He's not trying to make a point. He's trying to ruin your career. And in that sense, he's somewhat justified in swinging back hard. To H3H3, thank you. Thank you for doing this to all of us, not just Keemstar. You have broken the seal. Did you really have to put G Fuel in there? Did you really have to omit so much evidence when it came to Smile for YouTube? Did you really have to pull a Nerd City type video? Did you really think no one's going to swing back? Keemstar already found a video where you're making fun of somebody with mental illness. I hate to say it. I'm gonna play it right now. One of my guys wrong one. Jesus, I'm off with the new computer, man. I am way off with the new computer. I'm not encouraging this, but this just as easily could be you.
Keemstar's got a bottle of G Fuel somewhere in his house that's actually a Horcrux. How is G Fuel still sponsored this guy, by the way? G Fuel brought to you by false pedophilia accusations. Chug it, G Fuel. Today's episode is sponsored by Nutrafol and Stamps.com.
Thank you, Abyss. That's how easy it is.
Nigger faggot.
Because the next,
Or, fuck you, nigger faggot. Grown men and little girls are jerking off to little K-pop boys. It's like a little fetish. It's like a little twink gay fetish about these K-pop boys. I love that I can just say nigger faggot though. It's definitely something like in us to like conquer men want to like. Right. So it's, you know, women are in a nature setting like to be conquered.
But I don't have a problem with one thing you say because I understand the context of it. But that's the point with the way you went at Keem. It's going to be you next time. Dave, take it away. I'm sure you got a lot to say.
Oh, God, many things to
many
say.
Things.
It's a shit and syphilis type of situation, you know, because that's where my sympathy can be found, in the dictionary between shit and syphilis. It's just the reality of it. Everybody is kind of fucked up in different ways, and they deserve what they're going to get, and Keemstar at the top of that list. There's nothing new about this. It's just the spectrum of which we're seeing it. In the real world, in ESPN or anywhere else, somebody fucks up, you get a protest. You get some sort of a backlash against the company, which puts pressure on the sponsors, on the parent company, whatever it is, to make a move. We're seeing the exact same thing here, and we've always seen it here. It's just now people are starting to publicize it. They're putting in their videos, and that's where Ethan made his mistake. And the reality is the danger's always existed. Whether or not we want to admit it or not, our videos always have the chance of being that bomb. The right person sees it at the right time. When we make an exposed video, it can be used in a later exposed video by somebody else 3 years down the line with millions of
Nick's video
stuff.
was used.
It's the exact same effect.
Nick's video
and I'm not crying for Keem.
Nick, Augie stuff was used prevalently. And by the way, there's nothing wrong with what they did. No. I invite anybody to go check it out. They didn't get anything wrong.
With H3, as far as where he made a mistake, in my opinion, is just having etiquette in there at all.
Yeah, period.
You can't.
There's so much to bring up.
Look, suicide, people who know me for a while know my stance on suicide. I don't have a lot of sympathy when it comes to it for the most part, except for the victims, which I feel are the families, the people left behind. And that's who you've heard, Ethan. And I think that's really important to fucking say. You've made them go through everything all over again for
to
nothing.
get Keem.
You are no better than Keem on this day, my friend. Because you have put everybody through the exact same thing.
And the thing is, like, you're supposed to be better than that. Keem can do this forever. And then he's never going to get called out on him because everybody's like, if you're a fan, you kind of accept Keemstar who he is. You run around like you think you're better than people.
Just another Keem.
You know, and you know, if people start losing, I tell you something, like Pewds loses a sponsor because they take a page out of your book, you're getting the blame. Dave FN writes in, and I didn't know this because we all assumed that they dropped him. Apparently, Keem dropped G Fuel and not the other way around.
Which is interesting.
Now, if I had to guess, if I know Keemstar, if I know fucking Daniel Kimiani, it's like this. Fine, but you pick me up when I get back because I'm going to crush that fucker.
Right. It could be as simple as that. Or maybe it's something completely unrelated. But we don't know. And Keem might not be forthcoming with that information.
No.
Why would he?
If I know Keem is in his battle, do you think this is over, H3? It's goddamn Keemstar.
It's only just begun.
The Twitch, the old man, that was
Tony?
Tony. I didn't know that Keem threw him under the bus. And I said yesterday, I was, well, that's fucked up. I talked to Cavos today. And while he said that, you know, Tony's a good guy, Tony did constantly make references to it over and over and over and over again.
Really?
And Cavo said that he popped. And I said to Cavo, wait a minute. All I did was fucking tweet scarce and said, sorry, it didn't work out. And he's going fucking trying to get me fired with clown. You know? So he's like, no. And he showed me the receipts. Tony, God love him, little bit of a clout chaser. And yesterday he put out a tweet saying, H3, you've saved my life. Wait a minute. So,
could have played this a lot differently, you know?
Yeah, I do. So it's like,
he could have been a sympathetic character who can't get over something.
You know how he's doing that, and the Tony, you know, thanks for saving my life, and how H3's quote tweets being all friendly. He just now followed him.
Oh, did he?
And yeah, like if you look, go through his follower.
Is he really gonna go, hey, poor Tony, 4 years after it happened? Is he really gonna pull that card? He can go on Tommy and T.
It's so hilarious. Like, you just look at all this stuff, and I'm like, it's also going to be super easy to make him lose his sponsors with all the anti-Semitic jokes YouTube's little star does all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, everybody's got things that are game enders, man. Look, Kevin Hart lost the fucking Oscars because of a 8-year-old joke. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, we see this shit all the time. Now we're seeing it outside.
The famous Chubbs. How are you?
Chubbs.
Team YouTube. Put away the gun. There's no orange cap on that. Really.
Yeah, I'm just watching you just wave a gun around right now, my guy.
It's not a real gun. It's a cap gun.
He's mad as hell, and he's not going to take it anymore.
So what's happening? What's happening? What's going on?
You don't know what's going on? You ever hear Keemstar?
Well, I mean, it's already been said before. It's been said again, but I guess by a bigger creator, so I respect it somewhat, I guess.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Did you throw some shade into yourself there as well? Fuck, dude. We're not going to feel sorry for you, Chubbs. Go fuck.
I don't respect it. I think that you know, Keemstar being exposed for some things that can seen as are lies and some things that are very true. There are lies in that video. There are truths in that video. And I think it's very saddening. And for someone to go through a video, you know, being exposed with truths and false, I guess, I wouldn't know personally, obviously. I'm guessing that's something hard to go through in life. And
why don't you be honest? Stop being a passive-aggressive, dry humor Englishman. How do you feel right now? Are you happy he's getting fucked? Because, you know,
Did you become a born-again Christian? What is this passive-aggressive?
Obviously, a part of me was happy. A part of me was sad.
Yeah.
It's not good to go through being shunned online, especially for some things that I'm going to say again aren't true, and some things that are true.
Right. No, I think that's a pretty balanced take, to be honest with you.
Is this a makeup call situation, though? Do you guys give this a makeup call pass? Like, there's so many things that has gotten through, or God forbid, even things that we don't know, that this is just kind of karma catching up. Does anybody take that stance? Because it's a dangerous one to take.
Kinda. I do.
I think he's already
Had it coming's one thing, you know.
Yeah,
but,
had
you
it
know,
coming. Yeah, I don't know. Well, yeah, I think he had it coming.
I
Go
think
ahead,
this takes it a
Trevor.
little step farther than that, you know.
First, where you at with this?
This whole thing is fucking infuriating
Why is that?
on many different levels. Well, Ethan had like the easiest chance possible to end Keemstar in a legitimate way and possibly for the rest of time.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And he fucked it up by bringing Etika into it and just threw it away.
Bingo.
Where was the big missed opportunity? Was there more that he could have leaned on, or was it just the fact
I think it's the fact that he brings up Etika because it's such bullshit.
I mean, that's the whole
Yeah.
line. I mean, there's not anything else that took away from it. You
Well, he
feel?
could have expanded on Nick's shit. And I'm
Absolutely.
sure that there are some other things too that are like at this point it's like, it's 8 years ago. Who fucking cares? We're over it at this point. Keep
Right.
this shit. We know that. They could have easily expanded on that and built upon that.
He
instead
could
of
have
throwing
talked about
Etika
who
into
really
it.
ruined the baited podcast. Jay Hubert,
You know, I
side
just don't wanna
95.
grow,
You're on the air.
Keem actually, wait.
Keem says he
from
walked.
G-
Yeah,
He's
so
saying
this,
he
it
walked,
does kind
yeah.
of change this a little bit.
Right, it does
I know.
change it a little, but it doesn't change the fact that he still went after him. I mean, he still went after the sponsor.
Oh, it doesn't change the
That's
way he used a
crazy.
dead guy to fucking say wink, wink, nudge, nudge. He killed that kid. You
Well, I
know.
wonder
How
the
can G
conversation
Fuel
was
still
then.
be
What was
sponsoring him?
the-
I'm sorry,
What do
you
you think
said
the
that.
conversation was with G Fuel that made him walk?
I don't know.
That's what Tommy and I were talking about earlier, because I haven't heard the reason why Keem
It could
said
have
he
been a
was
cut.
leaving. I have no idea what the point was.
I tell you something. There's two possibilities. G Fuel went to him and said, "We're really getting hurt," and he said,
Right.
"All right, I'll walk." Okay. In other words, so I'll walk so you don't have to fire me. There's another thing.
I think that's
I'll
what he
resign.
did.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
resign.
think
There's
that-
also
yeah.
the four.
I'll
There's
step
also
down.
there's also the 4D move. I'll walk, and then everybody would think I got canned, and that puts things right back on H3 for
Yep.
listen sponsors, and shows like this get fueled. By
Yeah.
that.
That's
So,
high
it's
level
two scenario-
fucking chess right
No,
I will get.
that's-
Let me tell you something. I did a podcast 3 days ago, and it was called "I Was Wrong for Going After Alex's Friend Sponsors." All right, thank God.
Wow, this is all just
Thank
connected
fucking
so-
God.
so closely.
Thank God. Okay, just 3 or 4 days ago. That was inspired by a DM conversation that Keem and I had. He said, "I really think you're going too far," and my response was, "What about you and Jay Station?" He says, "You're right, but I think it's, in my honest opinion, I think that's slightly different. Don't put it past Keemstar because he knows what outrage culture is. He feeds into it and he makes money off of it. It'd be
He
very
is
easy.
it.
Look, I don't know what happened over there or not. It's gonna be interesting to find out in the next couple days. But if he fucking left G Fuel saying he would come back because he needs his weapon against fucking H3, it would not shock me, not one iota." Hope you like that. If you want to see the full episode, click in the left box.